Crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. The world is a crazy place. And of course, it gets even crazier every day. Trump posting some wild stuff on his social media, which I'm sure is going to cause more crap storms. Or he knows he's about to get impeached and he just doesn't care anymore. I don't know. But hey, we are here. We are live. Welcome, welcome. It's good to be here. I missed. What did he say? Go take a look. I'm not even going to try to have that conversation here, so go take a look. It's a video he posted. Terrible. All right, Nasdaq's coming off here 24,790. We have a little bit of a top wick, of course, coming into the afternoon highs from yesterday's session, 880. We have a 800-point buy-up, give or take, 600 points, 650 points on Nasdaq, all the way up into 850 here. In my opinion, what's happened is a little bit of devixing here. We're juicing some of the premium here. We've got SPX premiums are quite elevated, IV is quite elevated, and of course a lot of hedging for today's event that never came, which was non-farm payrolls. Never happened. It didn't happen. That never happened. Wasn't true. Y'all remember that video going around about that 90s show? Yeah. We got you. Let me get this here. Yes. Okay. Is the screen working? It should. Yeah. Do you see it? Yeah, right here. You see it? All right, a little bit of a bottom wick on NASDAQ again. I recommend just kind of waiting to see how this thing is going to hollow out, and we're going to see. It's black for you. Let me try it again. Change stream. Let's go over to Hero, and let's switch it back. Is this working? Do y'all see anything now? Y'all see anything pop up? See? Yes? No? Bueno? Nothing? All right, I'm going to stop streaming and try it again. All right, here we go. Try it now. A little bit of red coming off here all the way down. Still dropping on NASDAQ. Too much, too fast selling here. I love it. I love it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. Too much, too fast selling. What's up, YouTube? How's it going? 24/719 looking across the market here. We have a very green market at the open, of course. We've got VIX is down 9%, almost 8.5%. After being up, spiking over to 23 yesterday, it is now down into the 20. Like I said, I think a lot of this has to do with devixing. And yeah, so right, huge back and forth candles right here. Big old green bottom wick on NASDAQ right there. That was a 110.1 second candle right there on NASDAQ. Crazy stuff. Massive, massive hammer candle to rock and roll, baby. So obviously, you need to be very delicate with entries. Very delicate with entries. Yes. How many times do I have to tell you? Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Man, look at that. That's crazy. You can't either? Oh. Hey, technology is fun, isn't it? All right, NASDAQ is still going. That was a 170-point 30-second move. That was one of the biggest green moves we've had since April. That was extraordinary what we just saw. Extraordinary what we just saw. Whoever just took along on that, well done, because you just made about a week's worth of profits in about 45 seconds. I did not catch it because I'm too busy logging in and out of Discord and dealing with tech issues. So there you go. It's always great when you miss a 180-point move. How many times do I have to do this? Thank you. Yes, appreciate it. All right, you know what? We're just going to restart the laptop. I've logged in 5 times. I can't get it open. Okay, there we go. All right, big old top wick there. NASDAQ all the way up. We're good to go here. We're good to go here. That was one of the biggest single moves and on the 1 minute chart I've seen in 10 months. So that was extraordinary. Do not underestimate what we just saw on No News. All right, let's see here. 24,872 all the way up. Is it a fake out? I don't know. I don't know. That was extraordinary though. That was extraordinary. We have a bingo. I love it. All right, silver is putting on a nice little move there, coming all the way up. NASDAQ, obviously massive green. ES, obviously massive green. RTY is doing the same. Everything apparently is just rocket ships. So psych, psych. I'm glad I did not carry any positions into today. Holy crap, it actually worked. All right. They're going to get everyone bullish and swinging calls, and then they're going to hit Iran Sunday. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I honestly think, I keep seeing Iran come up. The markets don't care about Iran. Like, Iran is such a small player. It's not even funny. Like, we've already schwacked their main general. Any war with Iran will be done in about 10 hours. So, do you mind briefly going through what it's like to transition to live on Top Step, and more importantly, if they let you take a payout before you did? Well, this new account that I've got hasn't gone live yet. So, but I've been live in the past. The first time you go live, it takes 2.5 weeks. So go ahead and just forget about trading for the next 2.5 weeks. Can't touch anything. But when the last time I went live, they let you take your balance, half of it out when you go live. Now they have now changed that. So now you cannot touch any of your money until after 30 days of trading in a live account. Then you can unlock your funds. So other than that, trading in a live is a terrible experience. There's nothing good is about going to live. They tout it as you're now a pro, all that kind of stuff, but it's all nonsense. Like, the only reason they move you live is to control their downside of paying you out. That's it. So, yeah, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. They put you on a very restrictive DLL. It's terrible. But I'm pretty sure none of the transfer money is eligible for withdrawal. It is, according to them, it is. It's just you have to breathe. You have to. I just read breath. You have to trade for 30 days profitably, and then you can withdraw it. Yeah, you could take a $5,000 payout. Of course, again, this new whatever they're doing now. I don't have a live account with TopStep currently, so obviously there's a lot of drama with TopStep over the past 24 hours. I don't know if it'll affect me or not. We'll see if I ever get it back. Because, like I said, I took a pretty decent loss on my Top Step account, and now I have to get back to the break-even point of my last payout. So I'm taking it easy. And now that they've restricted silver, the big transactions that got me that high are the ability is not there. So it's I may not even get this one back, which is aggravating. But that's prop firms for you. All right, obviously NASDAQ is freaking flying, 200-point rally in the first 30 minutes, which is fine. I'm going to sit here and just gawk at it. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Yep. Yeah, I had conversations on Twitter. I had conversations in the Discord, in the TopStep Discord. I asked the chat bot, and they all said the same thing, is that you can't touch any of your money until after 30 days of $150 in a live account. So I just, whatever. I'm starting to get a bit worried. I have a majority of my capital on TopStep. Man, I've been telling, like, my goal is to lead y'all to the right direction, and that is, like, there's a reason why I am pushing you all towards TPT. It's the reason why I affiliated with TPT, is because I had the best experience with them out of all their props. No nonsense. They don't bother you. They don't hassle you. They don't try to stop your payouts. You do daily payouts. As long as you get over the trailing drawdown, which is literally the only bad side, the con to that prop firm. That's it. You can make as much money as you want. You can pull it out on the daily. There's no nonsense. Their live account is the best in the business. There's no DLL. It's beautiful. They're the best prop firm out there, and there's a reason why. The reason why they have the trailing drawdown is because they have so many great features. If they didn't have the trailing drawdown, they'd be out of business. Like a good trader would come in and clean them out. So they've got to be able to put the trailing drawdown there to raise capital. I mean, that's a business, right? So, and I've talked to them about that before, and they said they've got to do that, otherwise they would be cleaned out because the rules are so lenient. All right, so Nasdaq comes all the way up to 24,920. We have 300 million of calls. We have a tremendous move higher. If you look left, we are now coming into yesterday's highs. Yesterday's highs, which are right here, and then of course you've got the overnight highs of prior session of 180. So we are extraordinary. I mean, look at this, bottom wick and everything. Bottom wick and everything. I guarantee you they will give you a short opportunity today, but you've got to be patient. They've got to be patient. Don't go short in the first half hour. Forget about Top Step, man. They're a dying star. They used to be one of the best. Now they're slowly degenerating. Don't do it. Don't do it. Would you recommend I just pull all my money out of Top Step funds and go buy some? That's what I would recommend. Or, you know, at worst case, just don't buy any more evals with Top Step. Keep on doing your thing with them. I mean, you could pull all the money out, sure, and then just go build accounts in TPT. That's what I would recommend. I've been with TPT from the start of my prop journey. I was looking at my funded futures, but I've seen a lot of hate. Yeah. I've got I tried to affiliate it with my funded futures because I liked the fact they were offering daily payouts. But they de-affiliated me because I wasn't at their level to maintain affiliateship. And it was like, dude, it's been 1 month. Like, what do you want me to have, like 100,000 subscribers in 1 month? So I was like, that's kind of stupid. And I went back and forth with them with their customer service. But I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I'm not one of those dudes that crams props down, affiliateship down people's throats. I can't grow it that fast. All right, top wick back over 24,850. We have 483 puts purchased. We have 197 million calls sold. We have another top wick. We are coming back over. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So, what time is it? It is 8:42. We're going to see if they can make something happen here. Let me go check I need to become up to speed with the new calendar since we're not doing any more data. Top of the hour. So we had one single little downside sweeping candle there, and now they're just kind of pinning right at this area onto this volume shelf at 850, 860 into 872. We have in 17 minutes, we have Michigan consumer sentiment, which is just a 2-star event. I don't think the market's going to react too much to that. Of course, we'll have the 10 o'clock shakeout. But other than that, it's the 3 C's, man. We've had a very, very, very one-sided move the entire night. Obviously, this is one of the most bullish, one of the quickest bullish moves we've seen in a very long time. So, and they are just doing anything they want with this thing here. Crazy shakeout candles here. Please reduce position sizing. I would even consider micros if you're used to minis because these candles are very, very large. Of course, if you're trading silver, that shouldn't be an issue anymore on most props because they've reduced that, and they are going to buy up every cent of this candle at the moment. And they're going to come all the way back up, white 930. Then we're going to test 960. That was the 5-minute POC volume shelf right there, too. Volume shelf. Never ends. So much for 5 micros. Now the mods are just casually saying Top Step will allow 1 micro. There you go. I'm telling you, they must have gotten absolutely wrecked. Look at that. They're going to buy up every single bit of this, and they're going to keep on going. We're going to put on 1,000 points before the market gives you anything. But just be patient because I guarantee you, like I said, after everything that's been going on, they will give you a good short opportunity here. But just ride the bullishness. Don't preemptively short this because obviously this is incredibly bullish. Incredibly bullish. Just give it time. Still going. Still going, baby. Yeah. Still going. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 100-point bounces like it's nothing. Still going, baby. How far can they go? 930 going up to 960. New high of the day, of course. Incredibly bullish. We're already up almost 300 points on today's session. And we're already up 650 points on the overnight session. We're going for a cool 1,000 points on this bottom wick. VIX is getting absolutely collapsed. We have 600 million in call purchasing, 350 million. And as bearish as everything was, this is more bullish than the price action has been bearish. Just goes to show you, bottom wick. The market will never, ever sell off for the rest of our lives. Up every day, baby. Up every day. Our president could post the most ridiculous thing any president has ever posted. And yet, the market rockets. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. All right, 24,940. We have a tremendous amount of call buying. We have a very, very large liquidity. NASDAQ is about to explode even higher. RTY exploding. ES exploding. Everything I look at is just straight up. Straight up. As NASDAQ approaches yesterday's highs. We have RTY going. Not a single top wick is being held, and it's just expansion. Everything is expansion, expansion, expansion. It's still squeezing. Give it time. All I'm waiting for here is a high volume top wick. The only thing we've had now is a high volume bottom wick right here. And I'm sure this little red candle will be bottom wick to go higher. We had, what is that? Dang, that plane was flying low, super loud. Had a plane fly way low over the house. So we just had a high volume bottom wick on RTY. We have NASDAQ defending 845 here. Nice little top wick off 945, instantly being bottom wicked, of course. What time is it? We just got through the first 15 minutes, so I am open to trading here. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we can put on a trade. I tried to find the video. It posted like 30 minutes of it this morning. Yeah, I can't believe it's not everywhere. I mean, it's got to be everywhere. All right, another bottom wick, of course, instantly hammered. This is the type of price action that I personally remain wary of, and I don't touch it. Every single thing is bottom wick to just higher, 1,000 points, 1,200 points, doesn't matter. So I'm not going to touch it. Not until I get a good retracement entry, which arguably you could have taken this little 24,850 long off of the POC, but that was an insanely quick move. Insanely quick move. Everything is just going. 24,940, 930. They're about to absorb and blast 960. Just wait. Large green candles inbound. Just wait. Inbound. 3, 2, 1, and gigantic green. What's up, Jonathan? How y'all doing on YouTube? Let me get that down. Everything is bright green, bright green. Let's go take a look at the daily chart. We have blasted through the support. We came down. We didn't actually get the support I was looking for at 156. That was my overall target before a nice bounce. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it. And they eat up almost the entirety of yesterday's candles, unfortunately, as we once again bottom wick. So the goal here is, of course, is to get through the morning. And I think they'll undo pretty much all of this green, if not half of it, into the afternoon session, because the intent here after initiation of the downward trend is to capture everyone trying to go bullish, and then they're going to wipe them because they think, all right, everyone's expecting a bounce, let's bottom wick this up, and then let's smoke them all, and then off we go. NASDAQ is just skyrocketing here. You see this constrained price action, but all they're doing is absorption for a large green to wipe yesterday's highs, even though they are selling a bunch of calls here, so we'll see. They are selling a bunch of calls here. All right, here we go. 940, 950, and you're about to see a large green here in a couple of seconds. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart. Another red candle instantly bottom wicked. I've seen this before. I've seen this script. Another bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick. Every single red candle's hammered, which means they're absorbed. There we go. Watch this. 20, 30 point candle inbound. ES is a lot of sellers at 6,900. Yeah, I mean, they are selling a bunch of calls here. So the option chain is shifting tides here. But this, to me, the price action looks like absorption until I see a high volume spike. If I see a high volume spike, all right, maybe we're ready for a little bit of retracement here that we could possibly short. Until then, right now, I mean, look at that. Another green bottom wick, 1 minute, 5 minute. Absorption, baby. Absorption. We'll see what happens. I'm horrible at these trend off days. Excuse me, yeah. When it goes like this at the open here, like that's the aggravating part about me is I become a spectator. And I mean, this bullish move was extraordinary. Obviously, it's been, I mean, that's still 140 points here since this little 935 reversal. But now it's not really giving anything. So right now, this looks like absorption. Just the fact when they're gluing to resistance tells me that they're just going to wipe it, blow out all the stops, and then maybe we'll get a short opportunity. I just hope it doesn't do this the entire session. That would be terrible. There we go. Very green, 960. Going higher. Absolute blast. There we go, 960. Can we get 25,500? There we go, 24,970. When does a green hammer on higher volume in an uptrend become a hanging man reversal? You've got to be able to reverse that candle on the next one to do that. Otherwise, it's just bottom wick to go higher. You know, a hanging man is one of those you can't analyze. You can only analyze it in the past. You can't analyze a hanging man until it's obviously already a hanging man. All right, blast off green. Here we go. We're going for a complete 1,000-point reversal on NASDAQ. They're going to undo every single penny of yesterday's candle. Blast off. Why are we waiting for the short? We think this long is a fake out. Go for a long. Go for a long. I'm just telling you what the price action is doing. You make your decisions. I know you're not in this one, but how do you know when to play momentum trades? I mean, I've told you all before, like when the price action just rockets out of the open and never stops, that is the absolute worst price action for me to trade. I would rather NASDAQ chop in a 10-point range for the entire session than see this, because I don't have an entry point for me. I play high liquidity zones. I play bounces, reversals. I play pullbacks. But when it blasts and just keeps on going, whatever. I'll just go take a walk. It's fine. I'll just go take a walk. Bottom wick higher, baby. Let's go. We're already up 300 points on the session. We are up from 220 last night, going on 1,000 points. Still going. The most fraudulent market in the history of finance. Let's go. Like a very tight compression up against resistance. Exactly. That's absorption. Yesterday I equated it to like a grinder. It's grinding on that metal until it finally pops. This is my weakness. I got ate up when I see some higher volume and it's going to reversion. Boom. Yep. See, that's the thing. Even on the big sell-offs the past couple of days, it bounces. It doesn't matter how aggressive the sell-off is. It bounces. And then you're able to get another re-short entry and then it comes back down. With these things, it doesn't. It just. That's the problem about the bullish side of things, is that it just goes and goes and goes, and the sellers never engage. Whereas on the extremely bearish days, the buyers do engage. So, highest volume candle so far in the past 20 minutes. What are the odds that this massive green gets completely wrecked on bad news over the weekend? I think this massive green will get wrecked today. I think they'll undo pretty much every penny of this today. Patience of the right entry. Yep. Huge sweeping top wick after liquidity pivot. There we go. Now that is a 3C high volume entry right there. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Pretty nice top wick on the 5 minute. Yeah. That's the main thing that's helped me. My win rate has been high by letting stuff like this pass and sitting on my hands for a good setup. Yep. That's exactly why I've been doing so well. That's one of my strengths. Is that why everyone's FOMOing, hey, I need to take a long, I need to take a long. I could care less. I will sit here and sip on my coffee and do nothing. I don't care if this thing goes up 2,000 points in a single session. I won't touch it until it gives me a 3C indication that I could exploit. Like that right there. High volume top wick after the typical liquidation candle right there at 951. And now we're going to liquidate half the range. Hopefully, God willing, we get the entire range. And then after that, hopefully we take out the entire pre-market. And I will eat all the way to the freaking bank, baby, because guess who just caught the top? Daddy did. I got to kick off my boots. Lots of volume to work up through. That's extraordinary right there, baby. Extraordinary. Now, this will be a good decision on whether or not today's session is bullish or bearish. If they buy this red all the way back up, then most likely we'll put on another 200 points to the upside. This is determination here to see what all this green is. Right here. Booyah. Here we go. Extraordinary. Freaking extraordinary. 116 million puts, or I'm sorry, calls, and they've been selling off the puts the whole time, or the calls. So even though we didn't top wick below the prior high on the 1 minute, we didn't top wick below the prior high? What do you mean? 860. So here's the POC we've already launched off of twice. So we had this pivot, we had this pivot. We've got, obviously we could do 50% of the range. So we've got a lot going on in the 849, 850 area. This is a massive test for the bears. Massive test. If we could take out 838, then we'll do the whole range. We can do the whole range, baby. All the way down, all the way down. Sorry, I meant that 1 minute didn't close below the. I still don't know what you mean. What do you mean closing below the prior high? The top wick. The top wick itself does not have to close. Like, I don't care about the top wick closing below the prior high. It's just volume, which we got on the 950 candle, which the third C is more experience. To me, this candle right here is a liquidation candle. When you get a sideways confirmation like that, and then you get this huge green move like this, that's a liquidation candle. That's the whole purpose of that candle right here is to stop out. Everyone who's got their stop losses set right here. Well, if we break out, I'm going to stop out of the position and I'll just re-enter short later. That's what they're saying. So they wipe that, blast back over. So that's why I tell you all, when the price action goes into consolidation, don't chase the first move outside of consolidation, because that's usually what it is right there. I've only been waiting until the high volume candle rejects the prior high. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, I don't understand what you're saying, because I never tell you all to wait until the higher candle rejects a prior high. So the only thing I'm looking for is volume with a top wick, and then if you needed the confirmation, it's a close below a prior high, a low, or if you're looking for a long, you need a close over a prior high, and that's for full confirmation. That's for full confirmation. Booyah. Now this is the target. If we can get through this 850 with all this liquidity sitting here, we'll quickly undo this whole range and we'll retest the low of the day, which will be glorious. It'll be glorious. They are selling a whole crap ton of calls here. Plus, also think about what the macro scale is doing here. The macros are very bearish. We need to be able to take out this one range. That's it. We have 1 minute till data. Be aware. 1 minute till data. Will we retest pre-market lows? Well, we're a long way from that. First, we need to get out of the 840. Once we get through 840, we'll test low of the day. If we get off low of the day, then we could start talking about the pre-market lows. I have no idea if we'll do that or not. Heck, we could bounce here and just rocket to new highs. I do think they'll give out at least the entire day's range today. I said that on the way up. I thought we were going to give this. This was just a shakeout. It's also